From rumors about James Gunn recasting every single DC character, to him debunking another Harley Quinn rumor.
What? I don't know nothing about no diamond.
The inflection in your voice, the way you can't hold eye contact, and the fact that you're a filthy little thief all suggest that you do. Now you can give it to me, or I can give you to the man that diamond belongs to.
It seems like fans are in for a surprise in the DC universe. In fact, fans thought Margot Robbie would be playing her iconic character once again. Now, typically, the Harley Quinn show was one of the unannounced DC Universe projects.
No.
I'm sorry, Lotus Flower.
You sold me out.
Too many people offering me too much money.
Gunn, along with DC Studios co-CEO Peter Safran, revealed the first projects for the new DC Universe in January 2023. And at the time, Gunn mentioned that there were a few projects that didn't make the cut. Obviously, that left fans curious, wondering which ones were finally going to make it to the big screen. And so, they figured that a Robbie-led Harley Quinn series was on the way with the same cast.
Get down!
In fact, rumor has it the show was supposed to be called Harleen and would mostly focus on Harley trying to save the Joker, and how that completely destroyed his mind. Not only that, but the rumor also claimed that Harvey Dent was going to make an appearance in the series too, and the show wouldn't really be part of the Suicide Squad extension anyway. But it didn't take long before he jumped in to debunk that rumor and kill any chances of that coming to life. Sure, the rumor was pretty extensive and outlined a bunch of details, but fans were hoping for at least one of them to be true. I mean, he literally brought Robbie back for the role on the Suicide Squad, so it was only natural to assume the two could be working on another project. But does that mean, with Robbie gone, there's no Harley Quinn? Well, I wouldn't be too sure.
I should tell you something.
Excuse me?
I stole something from you. You slippery-fingered little turd. I took your ring.
My ring?
There is someone else playing the iconic character this time, and that's none other than Lady Gaga. Yup, and this time it's not a rumor. If anything, it's official. I get it, not everyone's excited about the switch, but there is a lot to keep you excited. For starters, with the whole Arkham Asylum setting, it almost seems like the movie's going to focus on the blossoming of the relationship between Harley and the Joker. And when you put it like that, it makes sense. That's why a separate series focusing on pretty much the same thing, but with a different Harley, there might have been a lot more than fans needed. Not to mention, there's this whole character development as Harley starts becoming her own person after ditching the Joker. Either way, you're probably going to see Harley Quinn pop up in one way or another in the DC universe. I mean, she's pretty popular. There's no way they're taking her out of it completely. But to be specific, Lady Gaga is probably going to step in to take on the role once the Joker sequel is released in theaters on October 4th, 2024. Having said that, most fans still associate Robbie with the character. Well, there's another rumor going around about that. She's probably gonna be back in the new DC universe, right after her scene-stealing performance among the Suicide Squad's cast. It seems like she's definitely making a comeback, not to mention she loves playing her iconic character. But the question is, how will fans see her return as Harley Quinn?
Meeting's over.
Well, if you take a look at the announced projects in the DC universe, you might see her with a role in the upcoming HBO Max series, Waller. I get it, you've only seen her as Harley Quinn on DC's movies so far, but I'm pretty sure she'd be a great fit in the spin-off series too. Even Viola Davis is coming back with her role as Waller, along with a couple of other members set to join the project. Think about it, it'll be Robbie's first role as Harley in the new DC universe, and it seems like she'll be dealing dealing with the consequences of defying Waller in the Suicide Squad. But that's not the only exciting project waiting for her right now. She might also be back for a fan-favorite relationship. Yep, there's one in the comics and in the HBO Max animated series Harley Quinn. Fans want to see Harley and Poison Ivy together. Even Robbie mentioned a bunch of times that she would love for the two characters to meet in live action and develop some sort of romance. Not to mention, it would be quite a flashy movie for the new DC universe. I mean, both of these characters are pretty popular, and seeing them together is gonna boost some interest among a majority of the fans, especially the ones who have been waiting for this for quite a while now. Having said that, whether it's for a spin-off series or fulfilling the much-awaited fan-favorite romance, there's always a chance that Robbie's going to make a comeback with Gunn at the creative helm, but only time will tell how and when that's going to happen. Until then, while fans weren't a big fan of the replacement, Robbie had to say otherwise. In fact, she was pretty excited about it. In an interview with MTV News, she said she was pretty glad to see someone else taking on the character of Harley. I mean, she always hoped that her role would turn out something along the lines of Macbeth or Batman anyway. She just wanted it to be one of those characters that gets passed on from one great actor to another, instead of just dying at one point. In a way, this keeps the legacy of the character alive, irrespective of who is playing. If anything, she was honored to be a part of all this. In fact, she thinks of it as building a foundation strong enough for the character that it can be passed down to many other actors. As for Lady Gaga, she believes the singer's going to do something incredible with it. Not to mention, Robbie has played the character a bunch of times across different projects. Rewind back to Suicide Squad in 2016, and her iteration of the character went on until the 2021 reboot. At this point, every single time you talk about Harley Quinn, you always think about Robbie. And let's not forget that there are a bunch of different variants, multiverses, and unconnected franchises. So that doesn't mean that Robbie's time as Harley is gonna be over anytime soon. No one's sure if she's gonna come back in the world of DC, but it seems like she's more than happy to see a replacement. On top of that, there's a move coming up that's gonna take a deep dive into her character, Joker 2, titled Joker, Folie à Deux. Basically, it means some sort of delusion or mental illness shared by two people who are pretty close. Remind you of someone? Well, you're thinking about the right duo, because this movie's gonna tell the tale of the relationship between the Joker and Harley Quinn. Not only that, but there's one thing that's kind of throwing fans off. It turns out the movie's going to be a musical. I mean, how is that supposed to turn out? People aren't too sure if they'll like it enough, but only time will tell how this is gonna go. In fact, rumor has it the movie's gonna focus entirely on Harley Quinn's perspective and her side of things. As for the musical sequences, they're going to be based on how she views her romance with the Joker. Honestly, if you ask me, up until now, it seems like a pretty intriguing take on things. But you've gotta wait until 2024 to finally watch it on the big screen. As for the actors, it's only a matter of time before we see if Lady Gaga does justice to Robbie's former role. Until then, here was everything you needed to know about Gunn debunking the Harley Quinn rumors. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.